What's going on, everybody? It's Sasha, your market expert here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be talking about the number one neighborhood in all of Charlotte to buy a house. Now, listen, that is an extremely bold statement because in and around Charlotte, we have some amazing neighborhoods that offer limitless possibilities, limitless options to fit different people's needs. That is why we have so many people moving to the Charlotte area and our surrounding suburbs. So today we're talking about Providence Crossing. And like I just mentioned, this was ranked the number one best neighborhood to buy a house in Charlotte, number 3 best neighborhood to raise a family in all of Charlotte, and number 9 best neighborhood to live in all of Charlotte. Like I mentioned, these are some bold statements, and I will tell you firsthand what I think about some of this stuff according to niche.com. I'll give you their kind of take, and then I'll also give you my personal opinion, as I know this area very well. My office is actually located in Providence Crossing. As soon as you get off the 485, exit 57, right there off Providence Road. So this area, it's always been a generally nice area, but when we saw it absolutely explode was when Waverly Shopping and Ray Farm Shopping areas were built. This caused this area to explode like crazy because now you always had a great area. You always had a great area, great location, but now you have the amenities to follow. So with that being said, if this is your first time at the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this video, what you think about this Providence Crossing neighborhood, maybe some other neighborhoods. And if you do want to see future videos like this, just hit that like button for me. That's all I'm asking. If there's any other questions that you may have on this area, maybe some other areas in Charlotte and or the surrounding suburbs, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. I'm available to help you in any possible way that I can. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So Providence Crossing is located in South Charlotte. I live in Matthews. It's about a 15-minute drive for me to get there. And speaking of location, from Providence Crossing, it's a very small section where the population's roughly about 13 to 14,000 right now. You're looking at about a 20 to 30-minute drive to Center City, Uptown Charlotte. 25 to 30-minute drive also to Charlotte Douglas Airport, International Airport. So if you're somebody that travels frequently and you want the luxury of having the airport within a 30-minute drive, this area should definitely be on your list, and even some of the surrounding areas. So you're also a 10-minute drive from Ballantyne. And if you're somebody that is looking for schools, if schools is very important to you, I'm sure if you've done any research so far, you know about Ardrey Kell. I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it. But that is an extremely well-known school. And one of the reasons this neighborhood is at the top of the list on best places to live, best places to buy a home, best places for families is exactly that, because of the schools it offers. So it's located, like I said, in South Charlotte. Location-wise, it's honestly perfect. You're right there on 485. You're right there on Providence Road. And if you can take Providence Road all the way to Center City, Uptown. You don't need to take a left, a right, anything. Providence Road, shoot it straight down and you're in Uptown. In order to get to the airport, hop on 485, get off the loop. Airport is right there. And like I said, Ardrey Kell High School is about a 5, 6, 7-minute drive, just depending on exactly where you're located in the neighborhood. So now looking at kind of the overall grade that they gave it, they gave this neighborhood an A+, and that is based off 1, public schools, 2, housing, good for families, nightlife, and diversity. So let's go ahead and hop in with real estate. So as you can see right here, it's showing that the median price point is $413,000. Unfortunately, that is not the case. That was maybe the case around 2018, 2019. Currently, right now, if you're looking to buy a home in this neighborhood, you're going to be in that $700,000 price range, but it will vary. There is homes priced in the mid 400s to about 500,000, and then you also have the bigger homes that are in the 1 million plus range. So in regards to median price point, to be in this neighborhood, you're looking at anywhere from 450,000 up to $1 million plus, with the median price point being at around $700,000. Now let's take a look at the schools, which is one of, I would say, the top 3 reasons people live in this area. So in regards to public schools, you have Marvin Ridge High School, Ardrey Kell High School, Center Academy of Technology and Arts, Charlotte Engineering Early College, and Providence High School. Moving on to private high schools, you have Providence Day School, Charlotte Country Day School, Charlotte Latin School, Covenant Day School, Charlotte Christian School. So I have helped 2 people in the last 18 months move into this neighborhood and or around this neighborhood. Like I said, it's a smaller area, so even if you land a quarter mile, half a mile outside from this area, you're still getting the good schools and obviously the location because you're right there. So one of the main drawing factors is that Ardrey Kell High School. Now, Marvin Ridge High School, which is also extremely highly rated, that is going to be more towards the Waxhaw area. If you take that main road, Providence Road, up, you're going to end up in Waxhaw. So that's kind of where that comes from. But again, depending on kind of where you're zoned at, that is where your kids might end up. But the good news is all the schools surrounding that area, even if it's not Ardrey Kell, are ranked very highly. Next, let's talk about why it's good for families. So we got the location, we got the schools. Thirdly, we're going to talk about the amenities that it offers. With the location, as I mentioned, with you being so close to Waverly, which has your Whole Foods, it has your steakhouses, it has your brewery, it has your bar, it has your restaurants, it has a ton of shopping. And then right across the street, you have Ray Farms, which has more of the same shopping. And you also have a Lifetime Fitness there, which honestly is not like a regular gym. It's a little bit more upscale of a gym. They have a spa, they have a tennis club, they have these huge outdoor pools. I even want to say they have like a barber shop or something for men to get their hair cut. They might even have a salon and things like that for women. To be honest, it's about a 15-minute drive for me. I don't go there. I'm not sure how much it is. I'm assuming it's around $150 a month or so, which is still a bargain if you're going to live close by and take advantage of that gym. But overall, all the amenities you can possibly want are in that area. So if you're living in Providence Crossing, honestly, I don't see you driving more than 5 minutes to get to almost anywhere you want to be, which is huge. If you watch my other videos, you know that Charlotte is a little bit more spaced out. So yes, you're going to need a car, and sometimes the amenities aren't as close by. With this neighborhood, they are extremely close. And like I mentioned, you can go to Ballantyne, for example, and that's only a 10-minute drive, which that's going to come in handy when Ballantyne Reimagined opens up. It's going to give you a lot more things to do. And speaking of Ray Farms, they have kind of this little park area where it's just like a grass field, and there's a ton of people over there picnicking, hanging some hammocks, hanging out with their dog, and then getting use of some of the other amenities that are there, grabbing a coffee, grabbing a glass of wine, and getting to kind of enjoy that scenery. As far as nightlife, I would say this is not a very party place whatsoever. You're really not going to have something that's going to be open until 2 a.m. or so. Some of these steakhouses or something might, but even that I completely doubt. This is going to be a little bit more for a mature crowd. You know, you're going to have your places that are open till midnight, your sports bars and things like that. If you're watching, you know, a big event or something like that, they're going to stay open a little longer. But this is not a huge place for nightlife. It's a great place to grab a cocktail, grab dinner with your loved one, meet some friends and things like that. But it is not at all a party place. Me personally, give you my opinion on this area, I love it. Like I said, my office is right there in the center of Providence Crossing. So when I'm at my office, if I need something, if I need coffee, if I need to pick something up for one of my clients, I have everything where I need to be. Now, me personally, would I live in this neighborhood? 100% yes. I'm 30 years old. I don't have any children yet, but honestly, it checks so many of the boxes. You have all the amenities. The location for drive time is perfect. The schools are great. and it's a very suburban feel, but like I said, you have all those amenities close by, so you don't feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere. There is a ton of stuff to do in this area. Now, before I forget, if there's any other questions that you may have on this area, maybe some other areas in Charlotte and or the surrounding suburbs, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. I'm available to help you in any possible way that I can. I hope you all found this video helpful. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.